Welcome back to Double the Dice as we return to Tomb of Annihilation. Before we get into the recap, I actually have an announcement. Our season finale will be episode 24, which will release on December 18th, 1 week before Christmas. Then we're going to take a 2-week break and come back with the first episode of season 2 on January 8th. So if you want to catch the episodes when they release, they premiere on YouTube on Wednesdays, except for the first of each month, and except during that time frame that I just outlined. Now, back to our previously scheduled program. Previously on Double the Dice, our band of misfits were attacked by a group of grung hunters who were intent on stealing the party's beloved dinosaur pets. Acting quickly, the party restored their guides who had been incapacitated, and a good thing too, because after the party struggled to land any hits, Farul and Gondolo struck the grung leader with 2 arrows in the chest and 2 more in the back. Unfortunately and amazingly, their leader survived that strike, and so did and escaped with 2 other tribes frogs. We also discovered that Retithris is sensitive to silver, and there may be more to these silver arrows than originally anticipated. So now, we rejoin our players. Players, starting from this side. Please introduce yourselves.
I am Bob the Krill, and if only there was an award for being the guy that's awkward, it would be given to John J. Seal.
I'm Treviathan. I play Yenben, who talks a little like this. He's our surly bugbear ranger.
I'm Galadremen, and I play Lila, our half-orc druid, who is technically too angry to die.
Technically. Once again, and of course, once again, thank you to our wonderful and talented technomancer, the Bread Pirate Ryberts. And I'm, of course, riding shotgun. I'm just along for the ride. So, tonight's events begin with the sun rising on day 17. Let's go through our start of day checklist. So we eat the food and the water. We roll for weather.
We had leftover good berries, I believe. So we're good for food still.
Yep. There is no rain from the last night.
Okay.
I think you guys were just moving at a normal pace yesterday, right? So the dinosaurs could have foraged.
Yeah.
But we still need to consume water for everybody.
Okay.
For you guys and the guides.
And that is 12 gallons for the entire part.
It's
everybody?
2 gallons per person. So that's 4 players. Yeah, that would be 12 gallons.
Okay.
And consume insect repellent.
Right, yes.
All right. So, let's see. And who was on the last watch last time?
That was John and Yenben.
So then we're coming to the end of the watch as the sun rises on Yenben and John. We had the little conversation about Retithris and the arrows. Still not sure why Retithris was so interested in those arrows, especially since they seemed to hurt him so much. But there's definitely something there, and some mutterings from Farul off in the corner. And so I asked the two of you, what do you do as your watch comes to an end?
Just as that sun's rising, Yenben's going to take that opportunity to go, well, what about you? You don't really seem like the jungle type.
Yeah, well, I guess, no, not really. This is a bit of an experience for me. Yeah, mostly just from the city.
Okay, but why? Why come here? You asked about my family and everything there. To quote a wise sage, well-adjusted people do not go adventuring.
Yes. Well, I mean, the times are tough these days. You have to do something to get yourself, more skills. I
But
suppose my father is very powerful and very rich. Unfortunately, I am not doing too great in school, so this is my way of, well, sort of forcing myself to get better.
So you decided the most logical next step to, instead of an extracurricular project or something, was to go adventuring in the jungles of fucking Chult.
Well, it wasn't my decision, but I am here.
Then whose decision was it?
Well, this was a decision of my principal and my father. And I believe my father paid good money for me to come on this trip to join this group. The group that I was joining is called the Apparition of Solace.
Right, you mentioned them.
Yeah.
How'd they
not the
do?
friendliest group. How they doing?
But, how'd they do?
How did they do?
Well, I refer to them in past tense merely because you ain't with them no more.
Yes, well, to be honest, they weren't the biggest fans of me joining them on the trip, and I thought that maybe I could count on them for a bit of protection and maybe some learning. Unfortunately, well, let's just say that I waited for a chance and I got away. But
Got away? Were you a hostage?
no, it wasn't that bad. It's just if this forest wasn't going to kill me, they definitely were. Not everyone likes poetry and jokes and laughs and
John,
fun.
that sounds like a hostage.
Well, normally you don't pay hostages to keep people, I suppose. But
You do pay kidnappers.
Well,
John, were you kidnapped?
No. Oh no! After this, I was going home, and it was going to be great.
Then why would your father send people that might kill you?
Oh, just because I didn't fit in. He didn't know that I didn't fit in, I don't think.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's a lot less dark.
Yes. Yes, no kidnapping, no.
Kind of.
Yes. No. They were great people. They might still be around. I don't know.
That fellow that was with you when we found you, was he one of them? The one that didn't survive?
Oh, the one that was tied up with me.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. When things were going really bad, I thought maybe I'd escape, not to get away from them so much, but that's kind of a benefit or a bonus, I suppose. It was more so because things were going a little south in the combat situation we were in, and well, I ran away because of the cannibals that we were fighting, and I ran into cannibals, and he chased me, and also ran into the cannibals. Yeah, poor fellow. I think that man was Chai. I think his name was Chai Latte or something like that. Chai.
Right. So this chai matcha green tea. He.
Yes. Yes, that rings a bell. Chai matcha. Yes.
Our DM is rolling for psychic damage on himself.
Yes, unfortunately, he was another student that was along for the journey, but he did not survive. Yes.
Well, that's I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, it's all good. Soon I will complete my adventure here and return home, and I will never come to this forest again.
Keel's over, Dad. Now, why'd he say that there, John? This forest got you down.
A little bit. It does make you miss the people you got at home. Life is a little easier when you have maids and servants.
I wouldn't know. I could do with living that high life once in my days. We'll see if I ever get there.
Well, maybe if we survive this, I'll invite my new friends to my humble abode.
I wouldn't even know what to do with that much abode.
Just enjoy it humbly. Yes. You were saying that you had family. Did you say that you had siblings? I can't remember.
I do not.
You do not. That's right. Only child. It's been a long night.
It feels like it's been a week.
Feels like it, hey. Very busy week. Yeah, well, I've got siblings. I'm sure they would be happy to meet you. I don't think they would be very kind per se. Marco, he's my older brother. He's rough around the edges. Rough inside the edges too. He's kind of a rough guy. And then there's Irina, who's my older sister. She's in the middle. She can be nice sometimes, but she has she's a wealthy lady, and she's got good looks. So she finds things very easy in life, I suppose.
Facile kind of individual, I see.
Mm-hmm. And then there's my adopted brother. He's my younger brother. He's Karptarpton Izzy Inieski Porterman. That's his name. But we call him Karp.
Gesundheit.
Yes. Oh, no. Karptarpton Iski Louis Vinny Eski Porterman. Sorry. It's a mouthful, that one. It was his given birth name.
Did they like him?
My father hates him. Unfortunately, yes. My father only adopted him because of my mother, and it was all kind of more of a publicity stunt versus because he's rich and landlord kind of guy, landowner.
Your father is so rich he has a publicity stunt adopted a whole ass person.
Yes. Well, a halfling, so yes.
That's still a whole person.
I believe they would.
Gondolo chimes up in the corner. That's still a whole person, asshole.
Yes. A small person. A very nice person.
Speaking of which, are we going?
Oh my
Yes.
God, you're
It's
awake.
morning, right?
Good morning.
Barely.
What?
But okay. Sure. We were
Didn't
having.
we get moving?
Yeah.
Barely, guys.
But
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, onwards.
yeah, I'd say we should probably proceed towards that ship we were heading towards.
Exciting. Yes, let's do that. So what kind of pace do we want to move at?
I think just a regular pace. We're gonna try and water the dinos and everything.
All right. Who's navigating?
I'll navigate, sure.
One of the guides will give you advantage.
Yeah, okay. I will navigate.
Does Lila want to forage? Can't hear you right now.
Yeah, sorry. I will. Yeah, I will definitely forge.
Cool. And then what's John doing?
John will just do perception, make sure there's no traps that we run into, or
All right.
no one's following us.
And Farul will help John. So unfortunately, a 10 is not enough to gain any supplies. Cool. As you are wandering, well, not wandering, but moving, you explore a new tile. So I'm going to move you down there. And you get one tile closer. The guide Farul, actually, I said Farul was going to give you advantage, John. So do you want to roll your perception check again?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Perception. Oh, it just got worse.
Wow.
It worked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely worse, but that's okay. So, while you're out, all you notice is there is an unfortunately deceased dwarf, sort of just sitting up against a tree with 6 large holes piercing their armor and chest.
How does John react to that?
Maybe John will kind of point this out and then walk back to the back of the group.
Okay, I've done my perception check. I have perceived, and now I retreat.
Yes. Yen Ben.
Yes.
Well, look, I mean, just there.
All right, I'll go check it out. And Ben will... Yeah.
You
proceed over to the dwarf.
Yeah, so you come over, you check it out. Would you like to do an investigation check, or what do you want to do?
I think we're close to this wreck of this ship.
Mm-hmm.
I think Yenben's of two minds. Did this feller fall? And what shot him before he might have fallen?
So she actually, it doesn't appear. You don't see any exit wounds, and whatever did the stabbing is no longer there.
But these are stabs, not cannons.
They're puncture wounds of some kind. You can roll an investigation check to...
investigation or medicine?
Medicine will tell you how it affected the person. Investigation will tell you the cause.
Okay, fair. Then I guess investigation is more what I'm interested in.
I mean, I'm kind of getting curious at this point. I would be willing to throw a medicine check at it.
Go for it.
And then I am going to put mage armor on myself.
Okay, so a 22 medicine check. The first thing that Lila notices is that this person is dead. They have been for a while, maybe a day or so, right? The investigation check, I would say you don't find any... They're way too wide to be from arrows, right? unless it was some kind of massive ballista kind of thing. But even then there'd be an exit wound on the other side.
Yeah.
For Lila's medicine check, with 6 holes in someone's chest, this person very clearly bled to death, right? That is probably the most likely cause of death. Either that or maybe something along the lines of a punctured lung.
I mean, they have large holes in them, so
There's a lot of holes. There was a possibility of sepsis, but you doubt they survived long enough to experience that, right?
okay. I guess does that give me any indication as to what made the holes?
No, that would be Yenben's investigation. So, continuing with Yenben's investigation, you believe that there aren't the same kind of, you don't see any gunpowder, you don't see any kind of traces like that. Whatever did this was probably not a ranged weapon, and it required a lot of force. And these 6 holes were probably made at the same time, or very, very close.
Teeth?
They're not arranged in a way that would make sense for teeth, because if they were teeth, then you'd have like puncture wounds on both sides.
Sure.
From a bite, right? Whereas this, it's just there's 6. Well, not like up and down the body, kind of more in a diagonal thing.
But at regular intervals?
Yep. Reasonably regular, yeah. There is a pattern to it.
Is this pattern at all familiar to me?
Make a nature check.
Oh.
Guys, do you think it might be like a wooden trap with like spikes?
Keep your eyes open. 22, natural 20.
The end of a stegosaurus's tail would likely leave something like this.
Okay, so my imagination about T-Rex mouth wasn't so far off.
No, Lila, it sure was not.
No, not that far off at all. But
might find another dinosaur for you to turn into.
Ooh, that would be fun. I mean, then I can stab people with my tail.
I'm not mad at this prospect.
Right.
Hey, John.
Yes.
You ever seen a stegosaurus before?
I believe only in a picture. I think one of the paintings that we have by our big chandelier is Stegosaurus.
Fair enough. You ever see one? Avoid the tail.
Makes sense to me.
One of the few critters where the backside's more dangerous than the front.
Even then, easier said than done.
Is that one of our guides piping up and saying that? Because that was exactly what Yenben was about to say.
That was for rule, surprisingly.
You just read my fucking mind, man.
Okay, well, do we know if it's close? Are the wounds fresh?
About a day.
About a day.
So this person's wearing armor. Are they wearing any like insignias or badges or flaming fist cloaks or what have you?
Good question.
Did you say what species they were?
Stegosaurus.
Or the person is dead?
The dead person is a dwarf.
Right.
Actually, no. That is one thing that is very notable is they are not wearing flaming fist regalia. That is very clear. There are assorted dwarves that live on this island. You've already met the albino dwarves, and there was also another dwarf that wanted. One of the guides is also a dwarf who wanted to take you guys to Krakhamar, I think.
Yeah. Something like that.
Or something like that. Or no, one of them was Krakhamar, and the other one wanted to go to the Wormheart Mine.
Yes. But not wearing any other regalia or like badges or symbols that
No, nothing.
would obviously pertain to some other faction. Okay. Just making sure it's not like a conclave or an Emerald Conclave or, a friendly.
Yeah, fair enough. No, nothing you recognize like
Okay.
that.
All right. All right. Well, only seems fitting. Mordok, could you take a few minutes and bury this poor lady?
Whoop, casts mold earth. 5 meters deep.
Effective. All right. Let's carry on, shall we? Well, I guess before that, do they have anything important or expensive on them?
Roll percentiles.
Cool. 90. Oh, wait. Yeah, 90.
Yeah, 90. All right, let's take a look.
D100s always confuse me.
Yeah.
I always get it upside down and backwards. Is it an 06 or a 90? And which one's who?
So you find a loot worth 35 gold
Ooh.
With 1 broken string.
Ah. Anyone much of a minstrel?
Mordai chimes up and says, I might be able to figure something out with that.
Well, hell. So we'll give that to Mordai.
So we'll have to remind Jay when he's here that happened. Cool. And so that was the encounter I rolled for today.
Cool.
Well, we might be entertained later. That could be nice.
Yeah. So then I guess travels continue. It's been a uncharacteristically dry and clear day, though the ground is still wet from the rains in the previous weeks. And it's getting about time to start making camp.
Okie dokes. Well, I guess we can start looking for a spot.
Say so.
Yes, I'm a little tired.
And you find the same ominous glade that every encounter seems to happen in.
Oh, good.
I'm starting to think we should really camp in thick jungle with no eye line from anywhere.
Would you like to?
I feel like there would be bugs in there.
Fair.
Like, not the normal level of Chult bugs, but like...
But like nearly the normal level of Chult bugs.
Closer
Any
to
level of Chult bugs is too many.
Fair.
Anyway, I mean, we can try to find someplace less ominous. I don't know. Are we?
I think rather than a fully open glade, something that is a little bit covered,
just a tree line,
or like protected on one side.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So like looking around a bit, you're able to find kind of there is a rock formation that's large enough that it could probably cover one of your sides.
Yeah, let's try for that, I think.
Also, since I have all my spell slots right now, I could cast Entangle and cause some of the jungle vines to cover from another angle. Maybe it's kind of like, I mean, my idea is well, I guess it only lasts a short time.
Kind of a cool use of the spell, though.
I mean, maybe
if you want to
like
use Entangle on the canopy to kind of knit it better.
To like kind of knit it in a direction so that we have a little privacy screen. So that we have like a vine privacy screen on one side. So it wouldn't really...
I mean, between Entangle and Druidcraft, I'd say you can do that, sure.
Cool. Well, it's got lemonio leaves woven into it, so it's plants that you often find that grow near places where people camp and are in disturbed areas. But it also has a really pleasant smell to it. It's almost like lemon.
Oh, cool.
And it kind
So
of looks like a pothos plant a little bit. Like,
that's cute. So we'll you create your little privacy screen on one side, and the cliff face covers you on another, and then Mordai makes another mound of dirt to cover on another side. So you've got a little moat and a berm. So you've got some pretty good coverage, 360 on this one.
I'm getting sleepy though.
All right, Mordai and I can take first watch, and you two can take second.
Before the rest begins,
Oh.
Lila, you get a message on the Sending Stone.
Right.
Okay, so I can feel it like
Mm-hmm.
kind of vibrate and light up inside my side pocket of my satchel.
Doodle-oo-doo-doodle-oo-doo-doodle-oo-doo.
Like
Not
digging. So okay, so Sending Stone. Yeah.
So you get a message from Cinder Sylvain as always, and she says, when you are done with the needle's bones, let me know. I can send ship with 6 days warning. You'll need a group name. Identity.
Well, it appears that we need to give ourselves a label. So,
You can respond to this message.
well, I mean, we're not in bed yet, so
Mhm.
I will pester the rest of the group to obviously listen to to obviously tell them what the message is, past exposition, and say, we need to pick a title or a label. So I guess so the ship can find us. Although I do find it funny that like she can send a ship for 6 days, but how long have we been in this jungle?
Ships move a lot faster over ocean than we can move over foot.
I guess so.
Mechanically speaking, a ship covers 7 tiles a day.
Why don't we just ship everything then?
Because it costs 10 gold a day, and you
That's
didn't
why.
have any money.
We broke.
Okay. We are broke.
I
mean, I never really had uses for money out here. Not like
gold was just heavy. Slowed you down.
and you can't eat it.
Yes, that's why I don't care very much of my gold either.
I have other thoughts about that, but all right, carry on.
Indeed.
So we discussed this offline, but I don't remember what we had come together to decide.
Did we make a decision?
We had discussed it. We hadn't come to a decision.
Okay.
We also don't have Jay here.
Yeah.
But I've
also
been
true.
meaning to send that message for a few sessions, and I keep forgetting. So now it's happened in character on the show. We can
now
say it's canon. You guys have an in-character reason to come up
Yes,
with a group name.
just reply with, we'll figure it out tomorrow.
Well, I can only send her so many messages.
One a day.
One a day.
Figure it out in a couple days.
25 words.
Okay. Well, let's think about it. Anyway.
Too busy right now. About to find treasure.
Yeah. I would just like a ride once we have the treasure, because the treasure is heavy.
I mean, it will take us better part of a week to get back to Kitcher's Inlet anyways.
And actually looking at the map, knowing that the ship can travel 7 hexes a day, I'm pretty sure that means if I recall my own math correctly, that means that the ship can make it to Refuge Bay in 6 days.
Oh, okay. So it could be less.
I mean, whatever 42 tiles is.
A ways. We can do the exact math offline. Okay, so
Weren't we going for the? Oh yeah, we're going for the wreck of the narwhal.
No, sorry.
yeah, wreck of the narwhal.
Yeah.
Port Castigliar Kitcher's Inlet would be 42 tiles.
Okay, so that would be 6 days.
But if we have an airship, we might not need a boat.
This is true, but we don't know anything about, well, what state that thing really is in.
If we can sell
We
the
get there.
components of an airship, we can make
John,
a
can you
big
make an Arcana check for me to tell, so that I can tell how much you know about how an airship operates?
Heyo!
I think I know a lot.
You've been on many airships.
So, one of the most valuable components of an airship is actually the engines that provide it the lift and propulsion, right? They are valuable, they're intricate, and any amount of damage to them could render the entire system inoperable. It would have to get scrapped, and without replacement parts, there wouldn't be an easy way to repair it. So the odds of you actually having a functional airship are not great. However, if you put an airship on the water, they also just tend to be rather buoyant. Good luck getting it. Good luck moving it into the water from where you guys see it, but still,
That's only 2 tiles. Fine.
Yikes.
just pontoon it.
We've got 2 dinosaurs. Just
A big cargo ship, just pontoon it and just go.
well, we don't know the size of it either. Could be a little airship.
You were able to see it from
I guess, yeah.
miles away, from more than 30 miles away. That's how big this ship is.
Okay, yep. Never mind.
It wasn't very big in the distance, but you saw it from 30 miles away.
And could discern that it was a ship.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, cool. So, so I guess we got to come up with a name for ourselves in the next day or so.
Yeah. I think they need to have some concrete way of finding us when we do get there.
I find smoke signals work pretty well, but I don't think that's good for a group name.
The smoke signals? I feel like you could use that as a group name, but you'd need more to it. I don't know.
Out of character, is this my GM speaking, or is this...
That was for rule. That was a
For
bad for rule.
I was going to say, Ferul's voice is very similar to yours sometimes. It throws me off.
Sorry, yes. No.
Much better.
If you could go with smoke signals as a name, but I think the word smoke signals, you'd need just a little bit more to sort of differentiate it.
Oh yes. How about John J. Seal and the smoke signals?
See, that sounds like a scantily dressed band of
I
musicians.
feel like it would be a band of musicians who are trying very hard to resurrect a golden era from the past.
Or, maybe it's just a wizard and they're summoned elementals. Just a bunch of smoke methods.
Either way, it sounds like they make very niche music, and I don't know if I'm into it.
You're not signing up for this band.
Well, we did just find another instrument, so.
Fine.
Anyway.
I'm not exactly the stage-going type.
Yes, that's fair. Neither am I.
So we can discuss these, a couple of these for next session.
Mm-hmm.
But Jay, I think we should just put a reminder in our Discord to
Yeah.
chat about that and actually come up with one. But yes.
Yeah.
We've been together 22 sessions now. We should probably come up with something resembling a name.
Maybe.
Or we don't have to.
Now, to be fair, Mordai's the only one that's still on the original mission. The rest of us just kind of showed up.
I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere.
Mordai's highs and low? I don't know. His last name's Low. I don't know what came up with it. Anyways, I don't know.
Less dies. Rather than more die, we want to die less. That sort of thing that we could
incorporate something in there. Yeah, I don't know.
More dies, less dying troop.
That's a.
I think we'll have to sleep on this.
Yeah.
That's gonna be. But we should respond to Sindra Sylvain.
More die and the smoke signals.
We'll think about it, but okay, so what would you guys like me to I mean, we should maybe I'm gonna say good news about the boat.
May have a catalytic converter.
May have spare parts. Anything else we want to put in there?
Checking airship wreck.
Okay.
Near Needle's bones.
You guys are the only ones who know where the needle bones are. And even then, you're not totally sure.
But she knows what it is.
Still searching for Needle's bones, I guess, yeah.
Searching for Needle's bones.
What's the last question we asked her?
Well, we did ask her about my tag problem.
Right.
But she did answer that.
Yeah, she answered that one.
Yeah, she did.
I think the last one was about Orlunga.
Or was it the heart of Uptau?
No,
No.
Or the question about Orlunga was more recent.
Have we told her about the heart of Uptau?
I think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we did.
So we could ask for updates on Orlunga and Heart of Uptau.
Well, she already did get back to you about Orlunga. She said that there were challenges and things, you needed to be good.
Can we ask her how much health she has left? Is she dying?
That's not a bad question.
That's too meta. I mean, you can ask her how she's feeling.
Or that's what I mean, yeah.
How is her strength holding up? On a scale of 180 to 0.
Well, I'll say right now, she didn't start with 180 hit points.
Fair.
But 20 days have passed, so she's lost... Or no, 17 days have passed, so she's lost that many hit points. So
yeah. Yeah, I would say ask for updates on Orlunga and Heart of Uptau if there's any new information. I don't think the only place we got to go from.
What do you say, Lila?
She was also going to work on those writs of adventuring.
Oh, the Charter of Exploration.
Yes. I got so close on all the words.
The writ of... You got one. You got of.
Yeah.
That was the...
Writs, Charter, adventuring, exploration. Like, so close.
And I would say around this time, it's taken so long to say the last few words that the sending spell is coming too close. Because you guys started talking about a bunch of stuff, but Lila never actually hasn't actually said the rest of the words that she wants in the message yet.
Well, I was presuming that as Yen Ben was speaking, like, especially when it came to the important stuff, like...
No, it's your spell. You have to say it. If you're the one holding the jewel, your words are the ones that count.
Okay. Well, let me restate what I'm saying then. I asked for Yen Ben's input in that. So I would have included what he said. But I mean, Yenben, if you could summarize your questions, I can type them.
into a one coherent thought.
Yeah, we had a few thoughts there.
Because I'm trying to figure out what the 25 words are, and Yenben is giving you a free-flowing answer.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Right?
That's on me.
I need to know what words are actually going in the message.
Okay, Lila, why don't you... Heart of Uptown and Oralunga are the questions he has.
Okay, so any more on Heart of Uptau or Iralunga?
Awesome. And that's pretty close to 20. I lost track, but that's very, very close. Okay. So...
Sorry about that, team.
No, it's...
Got a little crazy.
It's fine. I'm just trying to be clear about stuff.
No, that's fair.
So I'll make notes of that too, so that she can reply. And then, who's on watch?
I think I'm going second.
Yeah, I was gonna watch with John.
Okay. And Mordai's gonna go to sleep. He seems extra tired. But
Yenben can take first watch.
Rule will take first watch with Yenben.
All right, deal.
And he has his little leather pouch of cards, and he's kind of just spinning it in his hands. He's looking at you, thinking very, very hard.
You look any harder, those eyes might fall out of your head there, friend.
I don't think that's how that works, and you know it.
I have suspicions.
Are you threatening to take my eye out if I keep looking at you?
No, why would you assume so much violence out of me?
It sounded like a threat. You keep looking at me so hard, and your eyes will fall out. Like,
No, that's just how I sound.
I'm also rolling perception for Farul.
Fair enough. I will also roll perception.
I didn't.
On a D12, you did very well.
I just can't seem to figure you out. That's all.
Well, I do enjoy maintaining an air of mystery. Ask your question, friend.
Why are you such an asshole?
Why do you seem to say that?
It just seems you... It just seems like there's no favors that can earn your... It's easy to earn your ire, not your favor. That's all it seems.
It's a hard-fought life. Ire is easier. Attachment is difficult. Yeah, you're right. It is a little harder to earn. I respect my friendship and a whole bunch of other things. I tend to play things pretty close to the vest. Don't get it twisted, though. I respect what this group and you and your friend and Zongo are all doing. You've all stepped up, and I respect that. Just because I am not open with praise does not mean I am disparaging in my thoughts.
I mean, you seemed pretty disparaging at the beginning of our journeys together.
When you were drunk all the time, yes, I was. But I also bear the weight of those two folks dying very harshly upon myself. I kind of joined this to keep these city folk alive.
What do
And
you care about these city folk?
You know
You're
what?
not even. We're here because we were hired to be here. What did they promise you?
You know what? Nothing. They promised me nothing. But they also asked little of me and showed me no judgment. Those are two things much rarer in these jungles.
Hmm.
I came up a little harder than most, lonelier than most.
Well,
Someone
mystery man, I know you like your air of mystery, but it is hard to trust that you do not know.
I'm merely not as open, and I apologize for that. I've never been dishonest with any of y'all.
I should hope not.
Would a dishonest man have told you the things I told you when you were drunk off your ass on Tej? I may not have refined language or niceties, but I am honest.
I'll give you that.
So trust me when I say I'm doing everything I can to keep everyone here alive. And I took the deaths of Kenna and Barbara hard.
I do miss those two.
And so perhaps there was a little bit of anger involved in those two dying so close together that made me come down a little hard on you and your friend. And I apologize for that. But given the circumstances,
I do wonder what we could have done differently.
and I wonder if I had shot that arrow at that snake just a little bit quicker. Or if I hadn't missed a few of those extra shots early on when Barbara charged into that fight.
I'm not sure. Honestly, I think Barbara made a mistake. It was a poor tactical decision.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he deserved to be gone.
That's the thing about this jungle. It don't give a shit.
He was young and brash.
He played too barbarian.
About as much as I said when I heard you muttering that it takes a lot to impress me last night. So
That was dramatic irony. You did not hear that.
yeah, okay, sure.
No, I'm kidding. You heard me say what now? I'm sorry. What? Hmm?
Let's pretend I heard nothing then. And I'll just wink at him.
I do sometimes talk in my sleep. You'll have to forgive me.
Yeah.
It's not based on anything.
Oh, I'm certain.
I may not have even been talking about you.
Certainly. Who's to say? However, it's rough. These jungles are hard. And it's only by being hard that you survive them sometimes. Perhaps I've taken that lesson a little too much to heart over many years in these jungles.
There's a challenge that comes with being hard.
Mm-hmm.
It leaves you brittle and inflexible. That which does not give must break.
Okay, Wheel of Time.
Where do you think Wheel of Time got it from? It wasn't. It existed before.
No, I know, but
Pretty
that's
sure
like
it's an old Taoist thing.
I think so, but it's a line straight out of the Wheel of Time, and that was the first place I heard it, and I know you've read those books, so
I wasn't thinking of that.
Oh, that's where my brain went. Anyways, sorry, I digress. Well, in my experience in these jungles, those that I have known, flexible or inflexible, if you've got a hard exterior at the very least, maybe you can deflect a few blows before you chip. guess it depends on the
Hmm.
temper of the blade, doesn't it?
What is that?
Oh fuck!
And he
Up, arrow in, hit, like knocked him, just like ready to draw.
and you rolled. You actually rolled higher on your perception than him. So I would say that you probably heard it first, and you hear the rustling in the bushes.
Fantastic. I think same process. He is lasered in and just whirling with bow in hand.
Just at the very last second, as it disappears into the bushes, you just see a little bit of green skin.
Arrow.
It's already knocked.
Like, is it?
You have the arrow ready. Are you shooting?
Is there enough of a target that he can discern what this is?
Yes.
Hunter's mark.
Great. There's no save or anything for that, is there?
Nope.
Does it give you any other information, or is it just location?
Advantage on tracking them.
Okay, great. Okay.
Was it a
So
grung? Was I able to discern that it was a grung?
I mean, it would make sense, given what you know and who survived. You can't know for certain right now, though.
You stay here. Rouse the others. And he's gonna.
He starts with Gondolo and makes his way around and starts
Yeah.
people up quietly.
He's gonna slowly start stealthing after this thing, using Hunter's mark to track.
Okay. So it moves about.
Ignore the damage.
It moves about 25 feet away. Since you've got the hunter's mark, I'll give you a survival check with advantage to track this thing.
Amazing. Survival with advantage. I will take that.
You know where it is? It's in range. And it doesn't see you.
Are my friends up, and can I circle around it to get a different view of what's going on?
You'd say that they'll be up in maybe about 12 seconds.
Okay. And I will slowly, stealthily skirt around its vision as much as possible.
Roll stealth.
Okay. At advantage because I am invisible to anything using dark vision?
And it's nighttime, so everything's dark.
Yeah.
Let me just double check. I don't know if it has dark vision.
But either way, it can't see me because it's dark.
But the advantage come. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah.
Yeah, it's dark because it's night, or I'm invisible because it's dark vision.
All right. So yeah, roll stealth with advantage then.
21.
Ooh, buddy. They aren't that perceptive.
Muy sneaky.
Sorry?
I said muy sneaky.
Muy sneaky.
I thought you said why sneaky. I'm like, because I want it.
Why seems medium obvious.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, you definitely are able to sneak up on this guy without them seeing. And you said you're kind of circling, so
Yeah,
it's you're on the other side with your party members approaching.
Yeah, probably like 90 degrees from the party. Pincer move-esque maneuver. And really what I'm trying to see is it alone?
All right. So, party members, I need you all to roll a perception check with disadvantage to see if you can follow Yenben. That's a 7.
I think I'm just going to use a port and roll and
Okay.
have
For yourself or for Lila?
for myself.
Okay.
So I have 16. And
That is not good enough to see
the
Yenben.
perception is +3. Oh, right, because it's 21. Hey,
I got 21. Yeah.
never mind. Well, I used it anyways. I'll delete
Okay,
it.
thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
So yeah, neither of you kind of have an idea of the general direction that Yenben went in, but you're not totally sure where he is right now.
That
What do you
is
do?
well,
Yenben! Yenben! Where are you,
Well,
Yenben?
while he's whisper yelling,
And I'm just like running around. Yenben!
I am gonna
But
disengage
that one friend
from John.
who's book smart but has no wisdom,
No street sense.
no street smarts at all.
Ugh.
So you distance yourself from him. So does Gondolo, frankly. Actually, Gondolo's going to stay with the dinosaurs.
Okay.
Watch for them.
Can I try to see if I can perceive any other critters?
Yeah, you can roll a perception check. With your dark vision, it's just a straight roll.
18.
You see you barely see, you see just a glimpse of an orange-skinned creature running through the bushes.
Okay. Can I do a nature or a survival or something to see if I
Do an
know what that...
intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm kind of smart today. I'm feeling witty.
It's the same color as the leader of that grung attack.
Oh. Okay. And I'm gonna maybe how far away or how far apart are all of us?
You have no idea where Yenben is.
Well, no,
you
he's
can be
thinking-
as far away from John as you want to be.
Well, I don't.
I think I'm crawling, and I think I just like grab your foot, and I'm like, Yenben!
Oh my god.
Yo, you're not.
And then Retithers grabs the other foot.
Yeah,
And
from
then-
the other side.
He just in a blind moment of reaction, I just turn into a skunk.
Yeah.
No.
I jump back. Holy moly. Okay. Well, now you're a skunk, so I don't know if I can really talk to you, but what's the plan?
Swish tail.
Swish. Swish, swish.
Should I round up?
And then I point.
Point.
Tail.
Do I see orange? Do I see anything where she's pointing to? Or is it gone?
Roll perception check with advantage. Because she's helping you.
While this is going on, do I see the orange one as well? Am I slowly circling around enough to see the enemy?
John, you don't see it. Yenben, you're too far away.
Too far away.
How far did you chase after this creature?
Well, so if it went about 25 feet away, he would have like circled probably 30 feet just wide of it. I'm thinking with
You would be like 60 feet away, kind of thing.
60 feet away from
the camp, from where you started.
I'm thinking like at a right angle to this thing. Like you would have if you come out of the rocks or like swing 90 degrees or like
yeah, you'd be whatever the hypotenuse is of that Pythagorean.
That. We have an equilateral I don't know. Anyways.
A right angle, yeah. Sure.
Right angle triangle.
Okay. So, evens or odds?
Ooh. Odds.
I rolled evens. That means that you swung away from the direction that the rest of your friends are going.
Okay.
You swung away from the leader.
I swung away from the leader. Okay. So I don't necessarily know he's there.
Yeah.
But I have a clear visual on this one grung, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put some arrows in it.
Roll
They got the jump on us. They got the jump on us before.
Meanwhile, Lila, what are you looking at? Do you see Yen Ben?
That'll hit. Roll damage with Hunter's Mark.
2.
I can look back up at John and kind of swish my tail again.
Take that 1 second.
And then maybe I can kind of like.
The grung is down.
Cool.
Okay. Maybe I can kind of make. I'm gonna kind of growl a little bit, a little skunky growl.
You two hear a bow snap and a frog scream and die
And drop dead.
and hit the ground. And you see the other, and then John, then you see that orange one again, just barely sprinting off.
Can I hit it with magic missile?
I'm gonna say you've lost line of sight.
It's 120 feet range.
It rolled a 24 stealth check.
Which wouldn't the stealth check break as soon as it bolts, as soon as it runs?
You know what? Good point. I'll make another stealth check at disadvantage for them. How's that?
Okay. Because I would also like to shoot it with my remaining attack.
I know.
Okay.
We all just want to kill it. We're the grung exterminators.
I can also de-skunk myself and prepare a produce flame cantrip.
What was your perception there, John? Okay, so yes, you can see it.
Oh.
Because your perception check was a 16.
14.
This is a 14.
Oh, I see. Yeah, can I just do a level
Magic
1
missile, go for it.
missile? Okay, so it's,
what level?
It's going to be just level 1, so it's just going to be 3. Actually, you know what? Screw it, because I haven't rested yet at all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I have. I'm on second watch. Yeah, no, I'm just going to do level 1. And 3 darts, D4 plus...
Go ahead and roll damage.
D4, 3, roll 6 plus 3, 9 damage.
Okay, it's still up.
Okay, I'm gonna de-skunk myself.
Mm-hmm.
A bonus action de-skunk. And then my action, I'm gonna cast Produce Flame, and I'm going to throw the flame at the
What was your
at our frog creature.
check on him?
What's that?
Yes.
What was yes, your perception check was good enough. So go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay.
So I imagine that it's just like it's dark. You just hear this like commotion, a little bit stirring, and then it's like Yen Ben. What do you do, Yen Ben? So you're like stalking this one frog.
15 plus my 15 plus 3, so 18 to hit.
Out of the darkness and out of the quiet, all you hear is this huge boring smack, and then suddenly there's another frog that jumps away, and then there's 3 bolts of 3 bolts of energy that just blast into this frog jumping away, and then there's another fire bolt, and hopefully it hits.
The produce flame does hit.
Okay, so that is a D8 of fire damage.
Fire damage.
Fire
Get it.
damage. 3. I burnt his feet.
It's still up.
I would like to
Oh.
finish my first attack action, please.
Yeah, you can see it.
It's bold. I do have 90 feet of dark vision as well.
Yeah, I'd say that's within range.
Okay, awesome. Then yeah, I'm going to bonus action transfer my hunter's mark and fire.
Mm.
And
Roll your attack.
because I'm in the darkness, I would actually get advantage on my attacks, wouldn't I? From unseen attacker, as an unseen attacker.
Okay. Go ahead and roll at advantage. I thought unseen attacker just gave you the extra attack.
No, that's anytime combat starts.
That's
Get the
your
extra attack.
bugbear thing, right?
Yeah, that's my Gloomstalker thing. Oh yeah, I have like a whole shit ton
You
of
have your
extra
bugbear
damage.
thing too, but that was only for the first attack.
Yeah, that would have been that's every attack, but it's if I
Only
go
the
before
first round.
if I go before them in combat.
Well, isn't that what gives you this attack that you're using right now? Is that you're going before them?
No. So the first round
That's
of
not
combat,
the bugbear thing.
that's not the bugbear thing. The
Oh.
extra attack comes from Gloomstalker. The extra damage
Ah,
comes from.
you would have used that on the first attack.
I would have used that on the first one, but I murked him in one go.
So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
And don't forget Hunter's Mark.
I will not. Okay, so that's 7 plus a d6. I presume I do not add the additional d6s. Oh, that's only 1. 8 more damage.
Okay. What kind of arrow did you fire?
Just a standard arrow.
You hear the you hear the boom, boom, tuk, tuk. Right. And with your hunter's mark, you hit him in an extra vulnerable area. But this creature seems more disciplined and doesn't speak out or grunt or make any sound to indicate that it was hurt.
Hmm.
And it keeps running. So it's going to make another stealth check at disadvantage.
Yeah, and stay out. Or, get out of here. Well, good job, Layla. Back to sleep.
I mean, I don't think we got everything yet.
Yenben hasn't come back to camp either.
So then, Yenben, if you're still going, I need you to make another perception check.
Cool. At advantage because of Hunter's Mark or no? $23.
You still have line,
Sorry?
you still have line of sight.
Fantastic. And I'm going to shoot again. And I think at this point, the jig is up and Yenben will start hollering, "It's still running!"
So go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh, land on a 20, you damn dice. Nope.
So close. Definitely a hit.
It literally wiggled off of the 20 against the edge of the screen.
So go ahead and roll damage.
Yep. Rolling. That's 12 more damage.
Nice. It manages to round a corner around rock formation at this point. Lila and John, you hear Yenben shout out saying, It's still running. What do you do?
I think I'm definitely going to go in the direction of his yelling. But also keeping an eye out for this orange guy.
Genben would have also moved to follow the creature.
Okay. Thank you.
And I think when you start moving like that, Sean kind of jumps up and is like, "Oh, don't leave me alone. It's kind of creepy out here." And he comes jogging after you.
I can, yeah. I just look back at John and say, "It's creepy all of a sudden."
Did it not start creepy?
I did think we started creepy.
I guess it's always kind of
Okay,
creepy.
Mr. Undead Hand, it's getting creepy.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, where is the hand?
Your familiar is a Halloween decoration, okay? Like,
He's more than a decoration. Don't demean him that way.
Member of the family.
Yeah.
Yes.
the Addams family, maybe.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Yeah,
John
I'll
and
pick up
Lila,
my
what do you
hand
do?
and, I'll pick up Tithris and then run with Lila.
So I'll get both of you to make perception checks.
Perception.
Okay. Lila and yeah, so both of you are able to see this creature run around the corner. And then we're going to go back again and okay, so this time it rolls much better on its stealth and it and you're going to have to come around the corner in order to see it, Yenben, but you know where it is. And it has gone down.
Down. Okay, yeah. Genben will follow it around the corner.
As you reach around the corner, you see signs that it has clawed its way into some kind of burrow.
Mm.
And it's gotten quiet. So you don't hear it moving or anything anymore.
Does anyone have any boiling water?
I was just thinking that, like, well, how do I do this?
I mean, I could produce some flame, and we could boil some water that way.
You didn't happen to take create water, did you?
I mean, I have it. I learned it. I could prepare it.
No, it'll be gone by then. Wood.
You know where
Yeah.
and it's not moving.
Sorry?
You know where it is because of Hunter's Mark, but it's not moving.
It's not moving. It doesn't seem to be going deeper.
Ooh, question. I have an idea. Can I cast Fairy Fire in a 20-foot cube in the direction of the froggies?
So you only see the one frog right now, right? And you don't even see it. It's in a hole.
But
It
what
crawled into a burrow.
What I would see is like this outline of light around it.
So you want to cast it into the hole? Because you pick a point, and anything within that 20-foot radius would be affected. Anything within 20 feet radius of that point you choose, that's in line of sight of that point.
Okay, so I have the card here. I can read it. It says each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Your choice. And any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. So,
But does it go over solid objects and walls? That doesn't make sense.
it outlines any objects
Okay.
within that cube. So,
All right, cool. So yeah, you can cast a spell.
okay. So,
What color do you pick?
well, I think in this case, I want to use the violet. So it's like an almost neon cut type of violet.
Does it get a save?
A
Yes.
dexterity save.
I'm gonna say disadvantage because it's in a tight space.
Yeah.
What's your DC?
My DC is 13.
Hey,
Fails. Barely. So you see this glowing purple light come from inside the hole, and as soon as that light comes up, you see just one of its daggers. It just kind of there is a dagger that gets thrown out and just kind of goes stop right outside the hole.
like it's surrendering kind of dagger?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
I will say for free, it's not like a thrown attack and it went out hilt first.
Oh, it went out hilt first. Well, that's a 9.
Can you use Speak with Animals and talk to it, Lila or Yanbin?
That was going to be my next move.
Not an animal, not a beast.
Oh, fair.
I think Lila would know that if it has fingers and toes, it's usually not a beast.
Well, if it's grung and they're sentient enough to try to steal our dinosaur, I think.
Also,
might.
if they're using a dagger, usually not a beast.
Fair enough. And hilt first, chucked out of a cave. All right.
Wait, does that mean that it just speaks?
Well, let's see.
Hello? Hello, little orange fella. Come out. We're not going to hurt you.
Ribbit.
Ribbit. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
What
Don't
did you
say that
say,
about my mother?
mother?
We're allowed to make the same joke. We can't do it at the exact same time. Okay?
But
I
it's
think
funnier.
it's funny, yeah.
Mark down that ribbit.
She's going to mark down that ribbit.
Can we give it a good berry? Do you want to roll a good berry in there?
Well, it ain't unhostile yet. Let's just.
I mean, that's its dagger.
I will make a point of like holding my bow and arrow up and show that they're not knocked, and just like sling the arrow back and.
Can I also do a perception check around
Back
us
it
just
forward.
to see if there's anything else, any other ones?
Go ahead and
that are
roll
around us?
perception check. What are you trying to do here, Yenben? Are you trying to
That is the
Get
dirty
them-
20.
get them to come out?
Yeah, coax it
Or
out of the hole and see if we can negotiate something that doesn't involve people dying.
make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
That's fair.
I got dirty 20 on that perception.
Yes, you did.
Dirt. It's for dirt.
You get, John, you get this itch at the back of your head about 3 grung had escaped.
We've killed one, and there's one in a hole. So where's the final grung? I'm just gonna relay that to you guys. Like, hey, there's one more, by the way.
So persuasion. I'm gonna roll insight for this guy. Insight. They get no bonus to insight. Still scared.
I'm
Fair
gonna
enough.
head back to camp and check on dinosaurs.
Because we do still have Ferul and Gondolo back at camp.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mordai.
Oh,
And
that's
Mordai. That's right.
Okay, never mind. I'll
Not
secure
worth
then.
not
I'll
worth
secure
neglecting that we still definitely have Mordai.
then. That's true. I'll secure then.
Okay. All right.
So
I can't convince it of nothing, so I will.
This frogman. You see it like it. You see its hands before you see its face.
Come on out. We won't hurt. We'll just chat.
And it, like, kind of, it's a small hole. So
Right.
it's like trying to shimmy its way out. Keep its
Are you
hands
stuck, buddy?
shown.
Just,
Ribbit.
I think Yenben will take a couple steps back and after
Who all is still here with this grung right now?
I think it's the three of us.
all three of us.
Yeah.
All three of you? How close are you?
Yenben's going to take 10 feet back.
I think John is gonna kneel down and like be like, "Hello, little buddy."
Are you going to help him out?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and grab his hands.
I'm not gonna grab his hand because I remember
Okay.
that his he's got the slimy.
I wasn't sure if you were going to do that or not.
I'm gonna use a stick and I'll
Okay.
reach the stick towards him. and
Yeah,
help
so
him out.
you help him out. And Lila, where are you at?
I'm a couple steps to Yenben's left, just slightly behind, not far, a couple feet, just watching closely.
And so then the grung, once it's out of the hole, it takes one step towards Yenben kind of thing. Still has its hands up, and it lets out a I need everyone to make a DC 12 wisdom saving throw or be stunned.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's funny.
That's a save. That's a fail. Come on, John.
Sorry, what is it? Is it
Wisdom save.
throw? Is this being charmed or magical sleep?
Stunned.
None of the above.
None of the above. Okay, I just want to check. Ooh.
So Lila and John are both stunned.
Betrayal, and then I just freeze up.
I put an arrow in it.
Okay. Well, technically, with that mesmerizing, sure, it would then run. So it's gonna run. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. Yeah. It'll. I have longer range than it can move.
Also, would that not be an attack of opportunity for Yenben?
No, I was further back.
Okay.
No, because you have a 5-foot. You have a 10-foot reach.
I said I backed up. I guess I did.
It stepped 5 feet towards you.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah. So can
We'll
say
do a
that this is
melee opportunity attack and then longbow.
fantastic. Okay. Cool. Does this hit?
A 9?
A 19.
It's not an advantage though. Why do you have advantage? Oh, fairy fire.
Fairy fire.
Yeah.
And
No.
still in the dark.
No, that's still. Yeah, that works. You hit it. Go ahead and roll. Do you want to do the opportunity attack first?
We'll do the opportunity attack first. Yeah.
Still at advantage because of fairy fire.
Oh, I was calling that. Okay, sure. We can. Yeah. Let's
You don't get your bow on an opportunity attack.
No. I was thinking that was. I thought. It was
Oh, it's the
bonus.
same rules.
It's-
Okay.
it's
Yeah. So
fine.
that's short sword. Cool.
Okay.
You deal 5 damage.
Everything hits. Yeah. So 5 damage. Plus 1 second. A d6 on the. Okay.
That's the
So.
sword.
So 11 damage on the
Well, that's
opportunity
the short
attack
sword.
with the short
Nice
sword.
shot. Nice one.
Okay. Great. Yep.
So,
And now we roll the longbow attack.
unless you want to take that 9 and 19 that we had before.
Oh, I see. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So then the 19 would also hit, and I would deal 8 plus 6, so 14 more. So a total of 25 damage as it runs away from me.
How do you want to do this?
I think it's just the croak happens, a sword flashes across its croaky bits. I don't know what those are called.
The floating throat.
Yeah, just slashes across there, not quite in time to stop it from actually croaking, and it turns and runs away, and Yenman just drops the sword, knocks another arrow, and in midair, as this thing hops away, just pins it to a tree.
And it's still a small creature. It's larger than but it is larger than the other grungs that you were facing. It seems more robust and more tough. And yeah, its head is kind of more further forward than a lot of other creatures, and you kind of pin it sort of almost by it, like the back of the head and the neck kind of thing, and like pin it to the tree, and it's dead.
I will take the next couple seconds to rouse both of my teammates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
let me at it.
You got it, friend. Okay.
Good shooting. Well, dang, I really didn't want to kill that feller.
I have no compunction about it. It was trying to kill us right back.
Yeah, it just feels like we have to kill everything these days. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to Chult. Our tourism is not great.
I mean, you still shot it in the back as it was running away.
Yeah, but it's run away before. This is the second orange thing I've shot that's running away, and I will do it a third time if I have to.
Oh, there is one more from the last battle.
There was. I can't. Can I see if there's anything out there?
Roll perception.
No advantage.
Can I help? Can
Yeah,
we all
go
look?
ahead.
Yeah. I don't think mine's gonna be that good. Oh, okay, never mind. Take it back.
You know there is, but you're confident that it's not here.
Perfect. Then back to bed.
Yeah, let's go back to camp. Lila, anything else you'd like to see about? I guess, is there anything valuable on this creature? How valuable is that knife that it tossed to us?
Not. It's covered in poison.
Oh, that's maybe why it tossed it at us. Rude.
Yeah, you don't touch what a grung touches.
I mean, not like I was planning on it.
Yeah, I call it's a stone dagger. I'll say that for sure.
Okay,
Not like
all
it's
right.
a metal blacksmith forged one. It's
This is a, yeah.
it's almost like an especially long spearhead kind of thing.
Got it. Okay.
Well, yeah, you know what? It's almost like an ilkla or a really short spear with a very sharp
Okay.
kind of stone thing going on.
Okay. And then on its person, is there anything valuable? Trophies, armbands, something like that?
This creature has a flaming fist insignia on it.
Oh. Like,
Not wearing it, like torn off of a uniform.
It's pretty colors. Okay.
Mm-hmm. There are other such kind of fetishes and trophies and things like that. But yeah, other than that, I'd say go ahead and roll D100 because we didn't do that on the last encounter either.
John, how about you do that this time since I did it last time?
Sure. D100. 79.
So as it turns out, actually, the dagger is valuable, and it's an obsidian knife
Ooh.
for 25 gold.
All right.
And I'm going to say that because it's from a grung, and I feel like doing something fancy, it actually has... it seems to be specially made in such a way that the grung poison really seems to stick to the blade more effectively.
Fair.
Well, I can explain to everybody too that this kind of handmade tool actually takes quite a bit of skill to make. Like they may not be wizards, but the grung have clearly practiced their craft. Like,
Oh, would you like to keep this dagger? Because I'm definitely not going to get close enough to anything to stab anything with it.
If you do, you've already lost.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would tuck this in my boot and stab stuff with it later.
And Lila, you would probably also note that there are volcanoes on this island, and that's probably where the obsidian would have come from, but it's pretty far south from here.
Well, and who knows? I mean, there may be, like, if there is...
Could have been trade or raiding or any number of reasons why it made it this far north.
Well, and sometimes, if there's a cave and another source gets exposed underground, like a deeper...
Yeah.
So... I think the knife's kind of cool. I am, though, going to, like, very carefully... can I use Druidcraft as a cantrip to create, like, a miniature rainstorm to rinse the blade?
Well, what I was going to say, I just want to explain mechanically how the poison is sticking better.
Okay.
So, when you apply poison to this blade, roll a d6, and that's how many attacks you get with that blade before the poison wears off.
That's cool.
Oh, okay. That's great to know.
And yes, you can do the water rinsey thing.
I want to do the water rinsey thing because I don't trust this grung.
I mean, the poison isn't on the handle and the wood; it's on the blade, right?
Okay.
So
Well, I
you
just
can
thought maybe
probably
that was...
handle it safely just fine.
Okay, I didn't want to take any chances since he threw the handle out at us.
Mm-hmm.
So, good to know.
He was surrendering. You kind of had him cornered. What else was he going to do?
Try to attack us again anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Look, I tried the peaceful option this time. It did not work. All right, back to camp.
Back to camp.
Okay.
Back to camp.
Lila?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we go back to camp.
Yeah, and the rest of your watch goes on without too much issue. Your mind wanders to that last grung that never showed its face. Maybe it ran off. Maybe it's still out there. You're not sure. We look up to the night sky as everyone returns to their beds. And the guard shift changes. And that is where we will end tonight's episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Grung Round 2. And
Return of the grung.
I don't know why I saw that going differently in my head with fewer grung.
And no surprise.
No surprise, it didn't work. They didn't get the chance to surprise. Like, I thought they'd be able to sneak up on you, and they didn't.
Nope.
So, but no, that's great job, everyone. I had a great time. I hope you all did too.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
3-3.